Generic greetings and welcome to Preview plus Shadowrun Returns. This is a tactical role-playing game created by Harebrained Schemes and it is firmly entrenched in the Shadowrun setting. Now if you're not too sure what that setting is, then may I direct your attention to the background art of this title screen, because this one picture, this one piece of art, completely encapsulates, summarises and conveys the world of Shadowrun far better than I could ever hope. Basically, the game's set in 2054 in a futuristic, dystopian, dark future where the corporations, mega corporations, pretty much run the world. They are the world. They do what they want. They're a law to themselves. They hire their own guards. They make up their own laws. They can be states and nations in their own right, pretty much. They do what they want. They are deceitful, full of betrayal, hatred, murder, death, and corporate backstabbing, and pretty much like corporations of today in that sense. You play a Shadowrunner, someone who lives on the fringes of society and does what they need to do to survive. But if we look at this picture, it pretty much sums everything up, because on top of all this, we have another side. In this future, mythological fantasy and that sort of elements have come back into the world, along with magic and other fantasy races and such. So this picture, like I say, sums up everything you need to pretty much know. We have giant skyscrapers towering into the stratosphere. It is raining. It is full of smoke. It is dark. It is, all murky. It's very Ridley Scott Blade Runner-esque. We have neon clad to all the buildings, but on top of that, we have this other element, an element which is a bit weird, a bit off kilter, because we have a magical rune tagged to the side of this building, and there's no ignoring this thing in front of us, which let's just be honest here. It's an elf toting a mohawk, a sci-fi gun, and magic coming out of their left hand. Okay, it's pretty much the world of Shadowrun combines pretty much every element you can imagine from all settings and just chucks them all into one. I've experienced and been around Shadowrun for quite some time, because it's originally and still is a pen and paper RPG, and although I'm not an expert at it, I know probably enough to get by. Anyway, let's actually jump into the game and play a little bit, shall we? One thing before we jump in, fair warning, this is an RPG, so everything I show you from this point onwards is potentially a spoiler, so if you don't want that, then you know what to do. I have jumped to a point where I believe there's the least amount of plot, so it hopefully won't spoil as much as, I'm trying to reduce that, but I can't promise anything. So let's jump in. I'm just running the stock campaign because, well, we'll come to the other campaigns or possible campaigns in a moment. But anyway, when you load the game, you get this sort of GM, I guess it would be you would call it a GM journal, and it sort of explains exactly what's happening in the story. So, the Royal Apartments. You roll up on the most impressive bit of tenement squalor you've seen in a long time. There's few street lamps here, and what light there is flickers with uncertainty. Most of the buildings are damaged and tagged. The smell of old, rotting trash mixed with you don't want to know is overwhelming. It's no wonder people living here turn to BTLs. Anything better than this. The Better Than Life chip is the newest drug on the market. You don't need a good life, you can slot someone else's, live through them, and wreck your brain in the process. The front doors of the Royal Apartments aren't even locked. As you step inside, you can hear a junkie crying for another hit. It's time to find Coyote and find out what she knows about the night of Sam's murder. Okay, so let's jump in. So as you can see, it is isometric for a start. Oh, we've already got a pop-up. So this is the dialogue window. We'll go around the entire UI first. This is the dialogue window. So all of the game's dialogue, none of it's voice acted. It's all just read. You have to read it. If you're one of these people who is, TLDR, too long didn't read, then I'll point out now, this isn't the game for you. Move along. Everything is displayed on these sort of text boxes around here. And you get a little portrait of them, all hand-drawn. This is Paco. The Royal Apartments, what a haul. Can't imagine what it was like for Coyote growing up here. Paco sort of trails off. And then we get our dialogue options. So, we're here to take care of business, let's get to it. A hellhole of junkies, and looks like Stevie J's gets their rent money and their drug money. These poor people, what a waste. I'm going to go with, we're here to take care of business, let's get to it. If Coyote's here, we'll have to hurry. She's good, but well, these BTL guys pay to stay well informed. They may have known she was coming. I apologise for my reading. Anyway, so the UI, it's quite minimalistic at the moment. We can click, there's only 2 buttons available at this present time. This one here takes you to your character. This one here opens up the very basic sort of journal stroke PDA. We can open up the help menu by clicking on that. This is pretty much most of what you need to know. Sadly, it does leave out some things, like it does leave out some specifics. It's enough for you to play and enough for you to get by, but there's certain things it does miss out. Like I say, it's most of what you need. This is the most important bit, I feel. It's the glossary, because like sort of BTL, we know that that's an acronym for Better Than Light because it's said there, but things like Mr. Johnson or Drek, things like these words, these colloquialisms, all of these words you wouldn't really know unless you either know the world of Shadowrun or you read the glossary. So reading this and knowing this, you like you say, you tend to pick it up, but this is quite useful. And it also goes through the HUD, which I'll be explaining, combat, how to do it. The combat explanation here is a little bit lacking. The spell casting again is a little bit lacking. It doesn't really tell you about certain things such as ley lines and such. We've got like other things like sort of cyberware and rigor and all the classes and that, but it's enough to get by. We have the objective menu and the mission items, so we can see we have to find Coyote and we have to keep Paco alive. That's our objectives. They are in yellow diamonds. If they were in blue, it means it's an optional objective, and it will say optional objective next to it. We have a little bit of text below, which is what we read before we turned up here. All the mission items is what we have to well, on our little mission. That is our first tab. Our second tab is a picture of our, well, it's our portrait. Bit of a meathead there. Stuff Plus, that's my character. It shows my action pool, my essence, the magic, and hit points. Again, it's a bit lacking in explaining exactly what all these are. Basically, high numbers are better. Alright, we can see that I've leveled up in Willpower, which is my spell casting, and Chi casting, which, you know, is something that I didn't actually need. We'll have a quick look at that. If we go to Spend Karma, we open up our, pretty much our well, it's a place where you level up, and you also spend your karma, which is basically experience. You also can check it shows you what skills and things that you actually have. It's pretty much your entire character. We can click on each one of these at the top, which takes us to certain sections in it, which is quite good. We can filter it quite nicely. And these pretty much tell you most things you need to know. So body, for example, determines resistances to physical damage, increases chance to take reduced damage from attacks. Every point of body hit points increases by 10. So that, you know, it tells you exactly what you need to know, really. There's a couple of things it doesn't tell you, like exactly how you gain certain skills and whatnot, but again, that's something that, you know, I'm sure can be found out either through the glossary or just a quick Google. Or just playing the game, to be honest with you. I've, like I say, about halfway through the game, I pretty much know exactly what I was doing. But anyway, we can go to Wisdom, which is, sorry, Willpower, which is where I've spent most of my points. This is pretty much the magic bit, because I'm playing a mage, although technically it's a classless game. When you create your character, you select a sort of class, like a Decker or a mage or a street samurai, but all of these only really determine your starting skills. After that, you're pretty much free to put them where you want. So I've got a couple in charisma, I've got a couple in intelligence, a couple in strength. Actually, you start off with a couple of these, but I've put points in a couple of places just to increase things. But yes, most of my points are in spell power, because I'm playing a major spell casting type character, because as I said, not only is it a cyberpunk future, it's also got magic and all that sort of elements in it. I've leveled up in Chi casting, or Chai casting, however you want to say it, but that's more of the melee kind, which I sort of didn't really know. I didn't realise, because it's for adepts, not or adepts, however you want to say it again. That's for adepts rather than mages, but again, something which I feel if it was sort of better pointed out, I might not have made that mistake, but it's not a big deal. We can go on to the next section here, which is our inventory and our cyberware. We can see that I have a power bolt equipped, which is my main weapon. I have 2 weapon slots. You can get more by upgrading. I also have certain spell slots. Again, you can get more by upgrading, and item slots, which I believe you only get this amount. You might be able to increase it, but don't quote me on that. I'm not sure. Items are things like heal packs. We have dock wagons, which pretty much revive characters that have been knocked down. Hopefully we'll show that later. In fact, no, hopefully we won't, because it means I'm doing badly if they get knocked down. Grenades, you get things like grenades and other, you know, repair items in med kits, etc. Spells are things like flamethrower, which, you know, does more damage. We've got heal, we've got a mana bolt, which again does damage, and we've got a mana ball, which does like area effect. You do get other spells, things like confuse and dispel, and that sort of thing. Things that you would get from any fantasy game. And depending on what class you play, you will get different spells, such as speeding up your movement speed, or making you do more damage on your next attack, or doing a magical melee attack, things like that. Again, it depends on which way you level up. It's quite unique in that way. You can pretty much level up however you want. Weapons, again, you get, well, I've only got a magical item in there. Well, not an item, it's my magical attack instead of a gun, but I could obviously put a pistol or a rifle or a shotgun or anything in there. Cyberware is, well, it's just that. It's a piece of equipment that you put in your body. So you can have a cybernetic arm, leg, you know, torso, etc. Well, not particularly torso, not a full torso, you understand, but things you can put inside your body. Like, I don't know, maybe a hat or something, but a little piece of equipment that can increase your skills, but it may have some downside as well. And then there's the well, I guess it would be the options menu, which it's alright, you know, it's enough to what you need. The options is quite basic, but enough for me. It works. It's a game. It works. I'm not. If it works and plays well, and you know, it's an isometric game, I don't need 5,000 different options. The thing that is lacking is the loading of the game, and I'll come to that later. But well, yeah, like I say, I'll come to that later. So anyway, let's actually take a bit of a better look at the game. So this is my character here, and that's Paco there. I just walk around by clicking. You can see that all of the map is sort of hand-drawn. You can see it's all ran down and stuff. Like all good RPGs, the place you're at... Oh, you can zoom out quite far, I didn't realise. The place where you're at is... it tells you a lot about, you know, just the architecture and everything around tells you a lot about where you are and sets the tone. That's obviously the whole point in RPGs. We, like I say, just walk around by clicking. We've got a couple of guys we can talk to. You can see we do have a line of sight system, so you know, if I go here I can see this guy there, but when I go here, because no one's in line of sight, he does disappear. That is important, especially for combat. I'm just looking around to see if there's anything to discover, but doesn't look like there is. Let's have a quick talk with this person here. He's a tweaker, so we just go up and have a little chat. There we go. Tweaker. The woman scratches herself like a cat at a couch leg. Please, can you spare some nuyen? That's basically money, right? Generic credits. My cred stick's a little light. I think... what? You've got a stink on you, junkie. Drop the chips and get clean. It look like you use a break. All you need is a few million for a better than life chip. Million? I think that's how you say it. Anyway, no, you can drop the chips and get clean. Hey, we can't all be like you, please. I just need 1 BTL to get through the day. 2 tops, what do you say? That doesn't sound like a good idea. Yes, no, hell, what do you want me to say? I'll tell you anything, everything, please. She drops to her knees, pleading. You're too far gone for me or anyone. Or, I'm sorry, but I can't help you. You should have left this. You should leave this place if you can. But it doesn't make sense. The BTLs are here. I just need something. She collapses, whimpering. Seems lost to the world. Yeah. So that tells us a lot about what we're dealing with here. These chips, these bits, these drugs, pretty much mess you up, right? That's the whole point in them. I like. Oh, I noticed that as well. Look, the BTL stamped on the side there, tagged on the side. It's a very good-looking game, I think. It's not complicated. I mean, it is sort of. I think it is hand-drawn sort of background and everything else around, but it's a very pretty game, I think. It you know, it's certainly, it goes far beyond just doing the job. It does convey the world of it. Anyway, I think we got some junk over there. Let's have a nat with this hooded guy over here. He's a sad old man. So, sad old man. Like a lazy pigeon, he watches you approach. You're not from around here, are you? I don't want any trouble. Easy, Gramps. I'm just looking for information, then I'm gone. Bad day to come around here, unexpected. Bit of a commotion upstairs. Stevie's men are twitchy. This pretty young thing came through earlier, snooping around like you two are. I could tell she went here for the BTLs. I always got to say BLTs. I don't know how she got upstairs, but there was a lot of gunfire. Then there's usually is this time of day. What happened next? A couple of Stevie's men came around asking what anyone saw. Kept my mouth shut, I did. Then there's Paco chirping in. What's Stevie? Where's Stevie holed up? He's got the whole top floor all to himself. Fancies he's the king around here. So, she's lonely right now. Can you help me out? You've been right friendly, but I can't get on the wrong side of Stevie J, I'm sure you understand. So I've got a couple of options here in the grayed out. So you've already stuck your neck out to help us, we'll find another way. We can click that, that's the only thing we can click really, but then we have two sort of grayed out options here. Strength 4, that's what you need to actually do that, which is an intimidation, which is I bet your creaky old bones will snap really easy. That would be an intimidation. Or charisma, look, we're here to save her. Do you really want that girl's fate on your conscience? We can't click any of them, so we can just click the top one. And then that'll close the dialogue option. Now, what I could do is click here, go to my character screen, spend karma, and I could probably level up in strength, perhaps? It actually costs whatever the number is you're leveling up to. So, for example, 4, it costs you that much karma. So if I did that, you can see it costs 4 karma. To level up 1, it costs 1. To level 2, it costs 2. So, you know, I've spent 3 overall. You get the idea. What do I want to level up? I could level up my charisma. Let's level up my charisma, in fact. Let's just check that again. We can see that when I mouse over them, the level ups, we can see they do certain things. So, or it'll tell us things. So this one, for example, says new etiquette. If I click it, we get a new etiquette. This is on top of us leveling up to level 4 in charisma. This is etiquette is sort of you know the etiquette of a certain social strata or like sort of social clique. So for example, corporate security, gang, etc. I'm going to go for gang because it might help us out here. Obviously if you were, you know, doing a role play and you didn't want to go that way, then, you know, that's completely up to you. But I'm just sort of showing you this to you know, try and demonstrate a couple of things. Now we have a couple of options back here. We can see that we've got some little search options like that. We can see there's like a little magnifying glass in a diamond. We've also got this here, which means that this gate is locked. If I just click on this, see what it says. So, looks like there's a hole in the wall behind this old dresser. Let's just move the dresser, shall we? The wall is crumbling here, though the hole you can see through the hole you can see a rickety stairwell leading up. Okay, let's have a quick look through that hole there. The wall is crumbling here. Through the hole you can see a rickety stairwell leading up, but it seems it can only be accessed through a locked apartment next door, which is this one here. This is the locked door. Looks like there's someone there as well. Alright, okay, let's have a little chat with the sad old man. See what he's got to say about this. You're back. What do you want? You sure you didn't know anything about the stairwell? I can't help you. Stevie J would feed me to those hounds of his. So I've got another option now. I can click on the charisma. Look, we're here to save her. Do you want really want that girl's fate on your conscience? Damn it, you're right. You can go through my place. There we go, and that door's open. So that has taken us through. This pretty much allows us to go upstairs. So we can see that talking actually can get you out of certain situations. Now, as I say, I've already done this, so I know that going upstairs will take me to Stevie J's place, and we can get that bit of the mission done. But let's assume that, let's see if we didn't have that charisma and we want to go the other way. Let's see what the other way would have taken us. Let's just have a look in here. So, pop up here. Riker, stop your pleading. Your boy's debts, and we're collecting. Simp, please, Riker. No, he's my son. Riker. Oh, he's just punched him for 4 damage. Get your ass in your squat before I break something else, and send him upstairs instead. You want me to give him to Stevie? Maybe after he kills that girl we caught. So we now know that girl's up there. We definitely know that that girl is up there. You pig, give Zipper back now, or what? You bleed on me? Zipper's gone. Get yourself a new kid. He covers his face with his hands. God, no, please, no. And then we can see that they part ways. Oh, nice and happily. Let's have a quick walk in here, see what's around. So the guy's in the corner. Looks like he's not too happy about that. Simp, this is my home, get out. What was that all about? Why do you care? It's my son. That bastard took my son. What? Who took your son? One of Stevie J's goons, Riker. He runs the filthy BTL squad across the hall. My son, Zipper. He's not a strong boy, and Riker knows it. Lured him in with those damn chips. Better than life. Ha! What a life. And now they're torturing him in there. Right. What options do we have? We can go for what's a BTL and why do they need your son, and we can read all about exactly what that is. Again, I don't want to spoil it, and it is quite a sort of lengthy conversation. That's one of the good things about this. If you want to just go, yeah, whatever, if you know the world, you can probably just go, yeah, okay, cool, moving on. But if you don't know the world, it does explain enough for you to learn quite a bit about it. I've learned a lot about Shadowrun by just, you know, playing through the game. Anyway, why would they do that? Those sickos have a Simpsons recording studio over there. Overheard them say they have a special guest up in the penthouse penthouse. They plan to torture her with a recording of my son's dying breath. So, Paco said, that must be Coyote. We got to get up there. So, keep it together, Paco. She's still alive. Stay frosty. Yeah, let's play it cool. Yeah, you're right. It'll be okay. What about my son? I'll see if we can save your son while we're saving our friend. Thank you, he pleads. Cool. So, we now have an optional objective. Let's open up our PDA again. We can see we have an optional objective. We have to find Coyote, keep Paco alive, and get to the top floor. So now we have an objective. Because we found out that they're on the top floor, no, for definite, we know we have to go to the top floor now. That's a prime objective. We have an optional. Save the man's son. So, I think we'll do that. Why not? I just want to know what's in here. Let's have a little look over here. We can... Oh, item picked up. Jazz. Jazz? What is jazz? Let's have a quick look. Oh, it is a drug. It is combat stim that increases the quickness by 1 and AP by 1 for 5 rounds. Oh, very good. Anyway, let's close that. So, as I said, I've already talked to this guy, the old man that was around here. I could easily just go up and through his apartment and upstairs. But I think I'm going to do it the hard way. Let's have a quick look in here. What we got? Well, the guy mentioned a recording studio. Who's this guy? Okay, BTL junkies twitch in the throes of their sordid dreams. One bored man stands ready to administer another chip if the creds are good. Probably this guy here. Riker, haven't seen you before, guy. Looking to go somewhere special? How about? I heard your. What was that sound? He smiles with his mouth, but his eyes say predator. Who knows? Could be anything. Probably someone riding the wrong end of Yazuka execution BTL. We got all kinds. I can hook you up if you're interested. I heard you're in the middle of a recording session. Sure am. My gear is state of the art, if you can believe it. So, I have a couple of options. How about 2 of the amazing studio? Give me the kid, or you may keep all your fingers. Or, I'm looking for something very special, something violent. Well, that's charisma 3. Let's click that. Why not? Look around. Clearly, I'm not going to be offended by any idea you can come up with. Want to kill someone and record it? The thug looks like he's thinking hard for a moment. Probably the steam coming out of his ears. Wow. You're one sick bastard, I like it. Perfect timing too. I could use a trigger man for a little project I've got going. Come on, come with me. So show me the way. So several options. It is RPG-ish. You have several options. I could have went up there. I could have ignored this guy. Again, very RPGs. I like it. Okay, Tickler. Who's this Riker? You can't see him. Can you see him busy here? This guy here has exotic tastes. He wants to help us out and is willing to pay for the privilege. That and a copy of the recording. Well, as long as Mr. J gets what he needs, I see no reason why we can't make a little extra at the same time. So, Tickler, I think young Zipper here, so we know that that's that guy's kid, is just about spent now. Just give me a moment to hook up the recording rig, our friend here, and they'll have quite the BTL for his personal collection. Then we have, what do you think, Paco? Should we kick the dreck out of them? That's enough time for you to bleed. And you know what would make a great BTL? Yeah, I'm going to click that one. What? I'm going to do you. Combat! Okay, so it jumps into a sort of turn-based combat. It is very reminiscent of sort of XCOM style, I think. We have our characters up the top here, which we can tab between the two. This is me, and that's Paco. We have 2 action points to spend. We can also end our turn there. Bottom left, we have our main combat UI. We can click on this button here to sort of minimize them. We have the weapon that I've got currently equipped, which, as you can see, is this bolt here. If there's different options, you can click on this button and switch them around. I've only got one option, which is this one. You can see it shows Power Bolt, which costs AP 1, no cooldown, and does 6 damage. It also shows you the same thing there. It shows you the cap, the range, which is long. Cap is the capacity. We can also use these up and down arrows to switch between different weapons, which in my case is just a fist. We also have the buttons on the right hand side here. The first one is spells and abilities. So this one, you can see I have my heal wound, mana bolt, flamethrower, and mana ball. The other one is equipment. So we have my jazz that I picked up in the corner. That'll be a stim that I can inject in myself and, give me some quickness and AP for 5 rounds. I've never used them because, I just roleplay that my character don't do drugs and all that. I've got my my flashette grenade, I believe. No, flashette grenade. Yeah, it's basically a, you know, a grenade that does AoE damage. You can see it's damage 12, AoE 2, so that means 2 tiles. We have a basic medkit that heals 10 HP, and we have a dock wagon that will return people to their... for 25% of the health, because when these guys, when you get to 0 HP, it just, that's it, you failed the mission sort of thing, you failed that section. If your other characters, so the people who are with your party, if they get to 0, they get like 2 or 3 turns where they're sort of on the floor and you have time to revive them, otherwise they will just die. So anyway, I've got 2 action points. I can walk around for 1. You can see we've got like a little white box that goes all the way around, and that shows us where I can go with these action points. If I move out of there, you can see it's going to cost 2 to go there, move around. If I... It's trying to show a bit of cover. There we go. There's a cover system in the game. You can see that I've got a little full shield there. That means that anything coming from the shield's direction, so in this case that way there, through this, I will get full shield bonus. I'll get full cover bonus. If I'm this side, then same thing. I can go to here, and I can get, you can see it's only half filled, but it's not really, it's a bit pointless going there because the guys are just going to come over and hit me. So, let's take these guys out. There's the guy I want to save, that's Zipper, and these are the guys, Tickler and Riker. I don't really like Riker, he's a bit of an idiot. Bit of a knob. So I'm going to take him out. I'm going to open my spells and get Flamethrower and cast it on him. You can see I've got percentages above their heads. You know, 99% to hit, 81% to hit. We've also got a crit chance, which is 15% on him, 10% on him. I'm going to, yeah, get Riker. So if we can just click on it, we can see where I'll cast and fire a fireball at it. Boom! It was weak, 0.5, and it only took 6 damage, so it did half the, it did just, you know, pathetic amounts of damage. I now have a cooldown on that. You can see it's, you know, it's got a 1 second cooldown, sorry, a 1 turn cooldown. I can cast it again for 8 HP, but it will take 8 HP off me. It's fatiguing me, basically. Let's do a mana bolt. Let's cast it on him. Bosh! Weak. Again, weak. 4 damage, so nothing really. Paco. What can we do with Paco? I can shoot him. Well, what has Paco got? He has fists. He has a... looks like sort of SMG. And he has a baseball bat. The SMG is damage 7, cap 24, range medium. We can reload it by clicking on it, like just by clicking on it, but obviously I've got full ammo at the moment. This option here, we can click on it, this button, we have 2 different options with this gun. Different guns will give you different options. I believe some certain abilities may also give you a different one as well, but it's mainly based on the gun as far as I'm aware. We have Spray and Pray, which is damage 7, range 19, ammo 8, that's how much it uses, and AoE 3, so it'll hit pretty much everything within that tile. It is 2 attacks with less chance to critical, but may hit adjacent characters using their bullets. We also have Burst Fire, which is damage 7, range 19, ammo 6. 2 attacks in 1 action, low accuracy, low critical damage, uses 6 bullets. Let's do that. I'm going to hit Tickler. Yeah, fire. Boom! Oh, critical, yeah, critical, 1.5 damage, 1.5 times damage, 11 damage, he's gone. So I have one more option, one more action point. I can reload my gun. If I click on it, it says reload for 1, but I'm not going to do that, no point. I'm just going to move a little bit further in, and then it goes on to the their turn, which it skipped straight over because I believe I stunned him. So what am I going to do? I'm going to, oh, it looks like I've got a dialogue option with Zipper. I'm going to talk to him in combat. I don't know who you are, but thanks. You got looked at the kid. If I were you, I'd play it safe from now on. You don't get lucky twice. Oh, okay. So, basically, he's just going to run off now. That's fine, that's okay. What I'm going to do is pick this guy, and what else has he got on him? He's only got some, he's only got healing kits. Let's just machine gun this guy. Boom! Oh, double crit, and that guy's dropped. Perfect. So, we can use this thing over here, pick it up, and we take the BTL recording, which I believe, if I have a look, a small chip storing so much pain, because he turned it on just before I killed them, so we've now got the pain of them 2 guys dying. One thing that you might have noticed, that them guys have now disappeared, which is fair enough, but there's nothing to pick up. There's no equipment, there's no looting of corpses. Some people might be a bit put off by that, the fact that you don't loot every corpse. I don't mind it particularly, because it means you don't, if you kill like 3 or 4 people in a level, you don't have to go and search everyone. It is lacking in that respect. You don't really search everyone. If you kill someone of note, and there is something that requires you to, you know, you need something to pick up for the mission, it will drop it and you can pick it up. But like I say, some people might be a bit put off by the fact that you don't go around like looting all the corpses like dungeon crawler style, which I don't mind at all. like I say, you just get on with it. Anyway, this, we've got an action to use this console. Let's have a quick look. You access the computer. So we have a BTL library, we have a recording studio. So if I click on recording studio, actually, we can actually check settings for the recording studio software. We can reboot it or back to the main menu. I'm just going to go back to the main menu. The BTL library database has a vast array of BTLs covering all topics from disturbing and sad to romantic and adventurous. Send a happy BTL to the plugged-in junkies. Ah, there we go. Ooh. There we go. They're all happy now. You could probably send... I bet if I send a violent one... If I went... Hang on. Do I want to do it? I could probably send... Oh, yeah. I could probably send a violent... What? Yeah, violent BTL. They will probably go into combat, and that would have been another way for them to probably ambush that guy. Again, there's several options on every level. There's normally several options. However, I must confess, if you're a type of person who... What's this? An elevator gleams at the end of the hallway, out of place amongst the filth. That one there. If you're a type of person who wants to go through the entire game without combat, this isn't for you. Again, there's certain parts where you just have to fight, or at least that's my experience anyway. I don't believe it's like a fully fledged, you can do everything by just talking, as far as I'm aware. Anyway, let's talk to Simp. Have you saved my son? Yes, but he's not doing well. Thank you so much. And he's going to run off. There we go. There we go, he's run off. So, let's just check my objective screen one last time. We have mission items. Items? What's an item? Mission items. We have our BTL recording. Our objective says get to the top floor, keep Paco alive, or find Coyote. So, we have two options to get upstairs, really. We could use this elevator, or we could use the back door that we've opened. Let's use this back door, because why not? Let's just go straight upstairs. Come on, run, 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 run. And, okay. Once we get upstairs, I'm not leaving till find Coyote or I'm dead. You get it. Yeah, I get it. Let's do this. Straight upstairs. So, the penthouse suite. Stevie J's penthouse apartment might have been nice at one point in time. Classic, even. But now it's filled with neon tube lighting, broken down furniture, piles of rubbish and crates containing who knows what. Still, compared to the rest of what you've seen, it's positively palatial. The only thing marrying the penthouse's pseudo luxury is a woman cry of pain in the distance, followed by laughter, someone being tortured for another's pleasure. You step deeper into the apartment. Bum, bum, boom. Right, karma gain 3. We got a couple of karma there, so let's spend it, I think. Let's jump to my character and open said karma point. Come on, clicky, move. We're going to go straight to wisdom, put another point in there, in our willpower. In fact, no, we'll put a point in spell casting, because that, you can see it's the main component for calculating the chance to hit with certain spells, increasing this unlocks special abilities. Like I said, it tells you pretty much enough to get by, but if anyone who's actually familiar with Shadowrun will probably want to know a bit more, the exact details on how it works. I believe that the game's mechanics are based on the the second and third edition of Shadowrun, but it's sort of an amalgamation of the two with other elements as well. That's what I've been told. As I haven't played them editions, I don't really know. Anyway, we can see that all this is blacked out. We haven't yet discovered it. This thing here, this thing flashing, is a... it's a bit of a ley line. When you stand on it for a magic caster, you get bonuses. So, we're still in combat, so let's just run up and run to there. This is with my main character. See what's around. Oh, we're just getting started. It looks like someone's in there. Paco says we have to hurry, so let's hurry. Let's move up to there. Duck and cover. Oh, we see someone there. Oh, who's that? Trank, line of sight block. Let's switch to Paco. Can we hit him? We can, but it's only 49% chance. I'm going to run Paco to there, which is going to cost me 1, but I'll then be in cover. The floor is quiet, save for the loud humming of fluorescent lights. It seems like you've got the drop on Stevie J and his men. So, do we get this guy here? I think we might have to. Let's just give him a full auto load in the back. There we go. What the hey? He shouts. Right, where am I going to run? It's going to cost me 2 to get there. I get on the ley line though if I do. So let's do that. We'll jump here. And then all of their turn. You can see they're running off. It's like I say, it's all turn-based. They're running off. Right, I'm now on the ley line. I'm going to jump on this, the center of the ley line. We can see that I'm getting bonuses. If I mouse over, you can see any bonuses or negatives in effect. I'm now on the ley line, so I'm going to cast Flamethrower on this guy. 99% chance to hit. That guy's going down. Boom! Crit, 1.5, 24 damage. He's dropped like a stone. Paco, I'm going to put to here. And can I overwatch him? I can't. You can get an overwatch ability, which goes here, which you can click and then overwatch a particular area. Looks like Paco can't do it. I'm going to reload his gun, and we'll wait for the goons to come in. Are they not coming around? They're not coming around. What's this? Let's have a look at this jail door. Oh, that doesn't look good. The room beyond the bars is stinking jumble of burnt flesh and dog flop. An enormous hellhound, its fur streaked with whip marks, growls low. The eyes of a second hellhound burn menacingly in the corner. I have zebra meat from, don't even ask, from a previous part. I'm going to shove the zebra meat through the bars. The hellhounds devour the zebra meat in a few massive bites. They let out a content growl, and now we'll just open the door. So now we can get in. If I didn't have that, I would have to do some bit of violence to get in. Let's bring Paco back here and wait. I'm going to move up to this next layer line, just keeping on them, and probably just end the turn there actually and see what they do. Looks like they're not coming through. Let's charge in then. Let's charge into that door and get it opened up. Straight past the hellhounds. Aha! There we go. We have found Coyote. There's Coyote in the that person there. That person there's Coyote, and Alex looks like she's been torturing us. So we're just going to run up to here. Let's just run straight in. I'm going to get shot here. I know it. Here we go. Neutral turn. Oh, Coyote's punching back, and oh, looks like that woman isn't doing anything. So that's fine. Let's switch to Paco and give her a full auto. Boom. There we go. 7 damage and 4 damage, and I think I will do it again. Bang. And we will talk to Coyote. Quickly run over. And Coyote's badly injured, but she's managing to hold together. You, Coyote? No time to talk. Coyote kneels and picks up a fallen guard's shotgun. It's time to finish this. There we go. So we now got Coyote in our party. Let's run my character up to here. And let's see if we can get her way out. Coyote is wounded. What's she got on her? She's got nothing on her. She doesn't look that wounded, actually. We'll run up to there. And the turn lens. We've got a neutral turn because these guys here are neutral. That's okay. We need to see what's around here, but I have a feeling I'm going to get jumped. Let's send Paco running there. Straight into the room. See what's around. Nothing, actually. Huh. Let's just jump on this layer line here. Is that Stevie J? I think that's Stevie J. Ooh, that could be Stevie J. Which one's Stevie J? That's Crund. That's Stevie J right there. So let's run. Let's run Coyote up to here and get in some cover. And they're around. They'll probably start pulling out a gun. Oh no, he's trying to run off. He is trying. Oh, he's just pulled out a big AK-47 by the look of it. Right. I'm getting surrounded here. Oh, good grief. Right. A raspy manic voice booms over the penthouse PDA system. You really think you can come here and shoot up my place? Do you know who I am? You're the guy who needs to shut up. That's Stevie J. Right. So, I'm going to use... I've got 2 action points. Obviously, you get 2 action points when the game... when it cycles around to your turn. I'm going to cast Mana Ball and cast it on Stevie J. Do I cast it there? You can see it's an area effect and it shows you the percentage chance to hit. I'm going to cast it there because I should get 3 characters. Here we go. Boom! There we go. 10 damage, 5 damage, and 15 damage. Not bad at all. I'm going to switch to Coyote, and what options she got? She's got Kneecap, which is -1 AP to the target, and reduces the damage by 3. Can hit adjacent targets. Shotguns are excellent, and Kneecap is one of the best abilities. I'm going to switch to Single Shot, and I'm going to get Crund. 12 damage. Boom. I think another one of them should finish him off. There he goes, and he's dropped. And now we've got Paco. Paco's not really in the line of sight blocked. We can see he's blocked everywhere. Where's the best place to put Paco? Should we run up? Yeah, we'll run up to there. Run up to behind the sofa, and then let a hail of bullets fly at this guy. Oh, there we go. And now their turn. I'm gonna get him. Oh, I'm gonna get a nose full here. Oh, there's casting going on everything. There we go. He's increased his aim accuracy by 12% and cast a mana ball by the look of it. And that guy's shooting me to hell. There we go. This is not good. So we can see I'm on a ley line and wounded 9. I am pretty much almost dead. I'm going to cast Heal Wound on myself. There we go. That heals the previous damage I've taken. There we go. It's healed. And I'm going to run behind this column and hide. I'm going to then get Coyote. Is it? No. I was going to say Coyote to heal me, but she hasn't got any medi packs. I am going to get Coyote to shotgun that guy. Boom. Crit. He's dead. And we got one more shot. Let's get that guy there. Boom. 12 damage. So, I have Paco left. Let's switch to... do a spray and pray? No, let's do a burst fire. There we go, that was enough to kill them. That's fine, and we will reload because we're out of ammo. There we go, and now it's going to be Stevie J's turn. He's missed, and now he's run there. I'm going to run onto this ley line and cast Fireball onto his face. See if it kills him. 12 damage, it didn't, but it's probably enough to get him got. Let's go. I think it's going to be good if Coyote kills him because, you know, she's, you know, being up here, being tortured. Probably best for her to finish him off. And click on him. Oh, not enough ammo. Reload first. There we go. And this should get him. 12 damage. No, it's not. Looks like it's going to be Paco to sort him out. Oh, only 50% chance to hit, though. Let's move up a little bit, see if we can do anything. 66% chance now. Full auto didn't kill him as well. And he's healing himself, and he's reloading his gun, and shooting at Paco, and he's missed. Let's get Paco to use a medkit on me. There we go. Heal 13 HP. And while we're here, let's use Flamethrower on him. Come on, he's going to go down eventually. Bosh, 12 damage. And we've got one more spell to use, so let's go straight on him. Here we go. He's cowering in the corner. Critical. There we go. No, I can't. And with a bloody gargle, Stevie J is no more. So, there we go. About time you're here, Paco. Who's your friend? I am Stuff Plus. I'm here to rescue you. I believe that is a Star Wars reference. Yeah, and who said needs rescuing? Guess it turns out I did, though. Thanks. Coyote, we need to get you back to the Union. Mrs. Kubota has that med lab in the basement. No, let's just skip all these. I don't want to spoil it for you if I can. There we go, and close. So, there we go. We are now... they've all ran off. I can now wander around in this area. They've all left me. I can wander around. There's a couple of things to explore. We can crack this door. We can have a look in here. Explore the area. Our objectives are find Stevie's stash and return to the Seamstress's Union, which is your main hub. But that's pretty much all I want to show you. What's this here? Let's just pick this up. It'll probably be a key. Yeah, Stevie J's pass card. As I said earlier, when you kill people, they don't drop any loot or anything like that, but if there's anything important, they will drop like things, which is, as you can see that there. We can probably go and open this door. Let's have a look. And that's a Hellhound. Oh, I didn't really want to do that. This is probably going to hurt. Oh, 5 damage. That's nothing. That's nothing. I can kill this thing. 96% chance to hit. 12 damage. And that was Flamethrower. Let's cast Mana Bolt. There we go. I actually decided to use this guy as like a 100% mage. Not using any weapons at all. Good grief, that hurt. Let me heal myself. There we go. Like I said, heals for the what you've just taken. Not heal. It doesn't heal you for a certain amount. Just whatever damage you take and last it'll heal you for. Fireball that thing again. 12 damage, and we will do another Mana Bolt. And Bosh. Oh, come on. Not killing this thing. I didn't want to open this door. Really weak. There we go. And this should kill it off. Bosh. There we go. So, there we go, that's ended. Yeah, so I think that's all I want to show you. I really like this game. I picked it up thinking, you know what, it might be okay, and I was pleasantly surprised. Actually, pleasantly surprised isn't the word. I really, really enjoy the game. It is, however, not without its flaws, and you could argue quite successfully that it does have several flaws. The one flaw that's actually just been shown there, I've been into combat. I need to heal myself with that. I would like to heal myself with that healing spell, which would have given me back that 7 damage I've just taken. I can't unless I go back into combat. The UI is very polished. I like that. I really do like that. But one thing I don't like is how basic this inventory system is. It's pretty basic. You can't really do much. You can only equip stuff when you go back to your stash and mess around there. It's also quite difficult to move things around on the fly. I could probably use this now. Yeah, I can activate the medkit and go on that. In fact, hang on. Can I do that? I apologise. It looks like I can actually use my spells that way. Okay, that probably don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm on about. Yeah, you can. Looks like you can do that. You can click on that spell. I could heal myself. There we go. Oh, well, that's not too bad. But I've played this game for 16 hours. I've only just discovered that. It never actually really told me that I could do that. Well, like I say, there's a couple of things that it does lack. The main thing is the save system. It is a checkpoint-based system. When I said I rewound, I mentioned right at the start of this video that I rewound back to my previous save. I actually did mean I rewound back. You have an option to rewind back to your previous save, and it is literally, you can't just like load, oh, I'm going to save it here and then load back. If you go through the checkpoints, it saves the checkpoint in individual bits. If you want to rewind to half the game, it deletes everything up until the part you rewind to, because it's a checkpoint-based system, which sometimes, most of the time it's not too bad, because it does save, on average, about every 15 to 20 minutes, maybe 25 minutes, depending on where you are, because you'll obviously, when you go to new zones and such, it will save it there. But if you are in the middle of something, or you need to go, or you encounter a bug and you need to load it, it's a bit annoying having to go through the next, the last 15 minutes or so worth of things. That, like I say, isn't ideal. It can be put up with, but not ideal. I've just found a couple of things in these crates. A couple of other things that people might not like. The way you, like I say, it's a bit... There's no real skills for searching for things. Like, I've just walked in that room. Regardless of my skills, I would have found them. There's no real way to, like, get an awareness check or anything like that. It's lacking in certain RPG respects, but I guess it is a tactical role-playing game. I actually liken it to Fallout Tactics, which is... I actually really enjoy Fallout Tactics, and I sort of liken it to that. But with all of these criticisms, you are actually getting a game in the Shadowrun universe, which, if you are a fan of that, to be honest, you've probably already bought this game, you've probably already completed it if you're a fan of the Shadowrun universe. You don't really care, you just want to play in the Shadowrun universe. But if you like, tactical RPGs, then this one is... I would definitely give it a tentative recommendation. I've really enjoyed it, so much so that I was even thinking of doing a full playthrough of it on the channel. But... who knows? We shall see. I say, I enjoy it. I really like the graphics. I really, really think it's nice. Isometric. It's weird. It's an isometric game, but it's very pretty. I like all the neon and stuff. The world is very pretty. The sort of noirish world. It's quite different. It's weird that if there was other games out at this point that were like this, I would probably rate this lower. But because this is pretty unique in that sense, the fact that there's nothing really anything like it, out at the moment, then. You know what, it's good, the fact that you can't really compare it to anything at the moment, because there isn't anything like it at the moment. I hope we start seeing more of this, like, sort of isometric style. I don't mind having to read through all of the options and stuff. It's quite good. I think I'm rambling on a bit. Needless to say, I enjoy the game. It's not without its flaws, but you can probably overlook them if you're just looking for a nice tactical RPG with a good story. Speaking of story, if I just go back to the main menu... click main menu. Yes, I do want to go there. All that progress, by the way, has been lost because I didn't go through the next checkpoint. That was on about the checkpoint system. Yes, one thing I mentioned right at the start, and I've just mentioned then, is the campaign and the story. They've made it so there is a very advanced, there's a very strong editor with the game, which you can load. If I click there, it'll run the Shadowrun editor, which, and also they've got Steam Workshop integration from day one. So hopefully we're going to see a lot of user-generated missions. We've just done, well, the mission that comes with the game is, or the content that comes with the game is the Dead Man's Switch. That's what it's called, but I believe they are planning on adding more via DLC, which I don't mind at all. Like I say, this game is, what, £15, I think? Don't know what your equivalent is, but £15. I got it. I pre-ordered it. I got it, £13 odd, I think, and I've got 14 odd hours of playthrough on it, so it's worth it. Actually, there was I think about 15 hours, but I actually encountered a bug right near the end where I couldn't actually progress until they patched it, which thankfully they did, but that sort of lost me about 1 hour's worth of gameplay. Like I say, not without its flaws, not perfect, but still highly enjoyable in my opinion, which, is the most important thing really. If you enjoy it or not, you might enjoy it. Check it out, links in the description and all that. So that is pretty much it. Thank you very, very much for watching. Take care and generic partings.